Diamonds peekaboo. Ooh, ooh. I done.
What we doing?
What's good, bro? Nothing much. We just out here, man. You know, the streets are dope, man.
Little store run real quick.
Yeah, a little store run, man.
Okay.
Good, bro?
Yeah, I'm good, bro.
And when we going to do this interview at? Probably, no, matter of fact, we're going to do it at my dad's shop.
Okay.
We're going to do it at the barber shop, man. So how you good, bro?
Yeah, I'm good, bro.
Got my baby with me, man. But yeah, I want to speak on something before I even start the interview. Because a lot of folks saw my mom, like, taking up for me. But that's my mom. And right or wrong, it feels good for a mom to be there for her son. You know. But I just want to say I appreciate my mom for being there with me, right or wrong, even though we came at things negatively, but I want to appreciate her and my dad and my loved ones. I want to shout y'all out. And the ones that I got hate from, but this video ain't gonna be about negativity. It's gonna be about honesty, the best way I can. And if me not using slang words much, but you know, I got y'all. Y'all stay tuned, man.
So let me ask you, bro, how do your mama feel about the situation?
Oh. My mama feel, only thing I can say is 10 toes, you feel me? She all the way. What up I'm with, she with. If I'm positive, she positive. If I'm gonna go at it negative, she gonna go at it negative. That's my mama, she birthed me, so.
In her words, don't mess with my children.
Yeah.
I heard that.
Yeah. You know mama's love, everybody know mama's love.
Okay, well let's get back to this.
I got white Adderalls and I have mouse ceiling. I got lights on, baby. I got mouse in this bitch. No flat zone, caught you like your mouse in this bitch. Grown tycoon and I took some losses, you bitch. I'm a boss, but I don't like to take a loss in this bitch. Such a player, but I can't get caught of all of my bitches. I got layers, I got millions, I got all type of billions. Fuck around and add a pussy nigga out like linen. Last nigga tried me, almost got popped in Linux. Ask the cops, ask the detectives, they know all the business. Ask the cops and the detectives of all the jurisdictions. Ask the kids at school who ambition, all the missions. Gave the lawyer close to 2 mil, he handled all the killings. I don't know and I don't wanna know who Florence business. I don't know what's going with bro, I think they all spilling. We don't speak about shit on West, it's all my business. We known to kill the biggest cats of all kitties. Ooh, ooh, diamonds peekaboo. Ooh, ooh, I done fucked the crew. Ooh, ooh, I done did the robbing. I done did the jacking, now I'm full rapping. I put on my brothers, I put on my bitch. Had to wear the dress, cause I had a stick. You know where the bag is, tell me where it is. I came from rats to riches on the shit. I can no longer disguise a bitch, cause I'm rich. I got cause galore, little bitch, cause I'm rich. I escaped every one of the list, cause I'm supposed to be rich. I don't care about no cop, I'm telling you just how it is.
Alright, what's going on, bro?
What's up, man?
How y'all doing today?
Doing alright, man. It's been a pretty straight day.
Y'all want to introduce yourself?
I am Katisha Bond, aka Tico ENT, internationally known.
Yeah, and I'm Raheem. Like, some people call me Dream, they call me Sandman Dream. What's up with y'all, man? We finna give y'all a little nice interview.
Okay. So I hear you got a little buzz going on right now on the internet, bro. You wanna tell me what all the fuss is about?
Well, it was a buzz I wasn't really looking for, but it was basically about something about me coming out. People say coming out, but I call it me admitting to my truth, and it got to social media. So it was something about a transsexual and me having a woman and me doing things in secret coming to the light, and I was just thinking that it would be better for me to be man enough to admit to it if it got to social media publicly.
Okay. Honesty is always the best policy, bro. All right, check this out. From your childhood to the age you are now, let me just ask you, what's your definition of gay? And has it changed, or is it the same? Or you want to elaborate on that?
No, I don't look at it the same, because calling somebody as gay is really a bad word to me, because it's like calling a black man a nigga just because somebody have a different sexual preference. It don't necessarily mean you got to call them gay or anything like that, or label them that, because they have a type of sexual preference, you know.
So would you define yourself as gay?
No, I wouldn't define myself as gay because obviously I'm with a woman, but I can say I practice gay activities, homosexuality and stuff. I call myself a trisexual. I wouldn't call myself gay. I tried things, and I don't think they was right. And obviously I didn't think they was right because I was keeping it secret. Yeah, and gay is pride. Like, if you're gonna say gay and you say that you openly with it and you doing it and you practicing it every day and you actually want to do that. That's not something I actually want to make my fully lifestyle.
Okay. So when you came out with your truth, was it planned or was it a situation where you ain't have no other choice but to come out with it?
It wasn't planned, but I was prepared. Because I knew everything done in darkness comes to the light. And the way I was living, I just felt like eventually these things will approach me and I have to be a man about it and just correct some things I've done. So, nah, it wasn't planned.
So how did it come out?
It came out, things built up. I was doing things in secret in the streets. Not only just that, doing things with a transsexual and also doing on top of all these drugs. I blame myself and I take full responsibility because I was making these choices, and also I was trying to keep them secret, but they just came to the light.
So what can you say caused this type of lifestyle that you was going through?
Well, coming up as a kid, coming from a home where, my dad, mom breaking up, me looking up to the wrong people, and me being in and out of jail and juvenile at a young age, I started seeing things I ain't supposed to see and getting introduced to things I ain't supposed to be doing. So it became a lifestyle, and it became something I consistently started seeing, then I eventually started doing. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never looked at no man. I don't like no man or nothing. It's just growing up and being around men all your life, I became vulnerable. Like being locked up around men a lot, I became vulnerable to feminine things. Basically, I became vulnerable to feminine things, and I got tricked and I got vulnerable and I did things.
So you take responsibility of those things yourself?
Yeah, I take full responsibility because I'm a man and that's not me. But I still fell to my own hideous desires, so I take full responsibility because I think that's not me. I'm a better man than that.
So how did you feel about how your family and friends felt about it, and what was their output on it?
Well, it kind of bothered me and hurted me because I was trying to hide it from them, and I know a lot of them was pissed off with me because they looked up to me, disappointed, and a lot of folks in my family looked up to me and see better in me, and when that came out, I can tell they was like very disappointed in me.
All right, how you doing, sir?
I'm good. How you doing?
Doing all right.
All right.
Thank you for taking a second to speak with me. Okay, so I see your son have this situation going on, these truths he bringing to light. How do you feel about him?
Well, so that's my son, and I know that, we have our talks, I try to talk to him and try to give him the best guidance that a parent can give him and hope that he can go out and do the right thing. But, that's my son and I love him, and I'm going to love him regardless of what he go through. But, when he go through situations, I try to talk to him and give him time when he going through some changes to, get himself together and come and talk to me, and I try to give him the best word I can give him some guidance, or just try to flip a word or two in a certain way that he can probably understand it, to where he can see life in a different perspective.
Are there any people that you took it especially hard when you heard their reaction, or anybody that you
Yeah,
think
like
you may have hurt?
one one person it took it took it hard. What I can tell was my brother. I call him my brother D King, Gerald Cochran. Like he took it hard. Like when he heard this, cause we grew up together. We done thugged in the streets, been in jail, been in prison, and I can tell it hit him hard because me and him got the fussing all on social media and doing this and doing that, and it hurt me too. You know what I'm saying? And also my cousin Squirm, it hurt me because we like, dang, Dream, I can't, you know. But at the same time, it's my sins. I don't think, at the end of the day, my opinion, I don't think what I should do should affect them. If you love me, you love me, regardless of what I do. You just tell me, bro, I don't want you. I think you better than that, bro. I think you should do better. That's what I should want to hear somebody say other than.
I could definitely understand that. I see you got your lady with you.
Yeah.
Did it affect your relationship with her at all? And if so, how?
Not negative.
Nah, I feel like it brought us closer because she already knew. Like she knew everything from the start. Like way before this happened from the jump. She knew a lot of things. And I just appreciate her being by my side with me. And I think this drew us closer because she staying by my side through thick and thin when it hit publicly. And I mean, we closer now. Our bond is stronger with me knowing she'll be by my side like that through something like that and stand by me. A man always need a strong woman, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I think it was for the best.
That's real. That's real. Everybody don't run across that kind of love. How do you feel about it? Let me hear from you specifically.
Honestly, I can't say I feel any way about it because I've never had any homophobia. I've never had anything against, that lifestyle. Like I have a lot of best friends that's like that, and I've grown up around that. So for me to sit here and judge my baby for something that I've actually done myself, I've laid down with him. So I can't sit here and condemn him for something that I've done myself, and not saying we don't condone it, but we can't condemn it. It's just, experience is the best teacher.
That's the best. Yeah, I like how you put that.
Okay. I'm feeling that. Okay, so do you feel like speaking your truth changed your reputation in the streets? Or do you think it may affect your reputation in the streets? Because I know a lot of people look up to you as being solid or whatever.
Man, now that I'm older and in my dad talking with me and stuff, like, it doesn't matter what the streets think, you know what I'm saying? Because nothing can change what I've done in the streets. Nothing, and it ain't about having a reputation in the streets anymore. It's about raising your kids, taking care of your family, bettering yourself. So yeah, I know I've lost friends and people that probably look at me different, but I'm a man at the end of the day. I got a responsibility to take care of, and me becoming a better man and people that really love me want to see me do better. I think that'll be a bigger reputation than what I ever had in the streets.
So how was Raheem as a kid?
Oh, I mean, he was a good kid now, good son. I mean, he had his moments growing up just like any other kid, That's part of growing up being a kid. But for the most part of it, he was good. I mean, I had to get on him a few times. A situation that came about with him being in school, but other than that, he was good.
So could you see any events from his childhood foreshadowing any of the things that was gonna happen to him in the future?
No, not for real. When you watch your kids grow up from a parent standpoint, all you just see is them growing up, and it's just the love you have for them, watching them growing up and making sure that they doing the right thing as they grow up and teaching them as life progresses. But I say from him growing up, I never saw anything. He never gave me nothing to think of anything in any kind of way how he would be to this day.
Okay. So how do you see with his progress? I mean, how do you see his progress, rather?
Well, me, when me and him talk, I always, you know, give him words of encouragement. I never really looked at him as a way of going through anything, when he was a teenager, he kind of had his moments of being in and out of the boys' home and, things like that. But it wasn't nothing to a point where I just thought he was going to be bad once he grew up. It's just things that any other young teenager go through sometime. We all go through different changes and different phases in life. But it's just, all in all, you hope it's something that teaches you and balance you along the way.
Okay, I can respect that opinion, sir. Thank you for taking the time to speak with me.
All right.
You have a good one now. Okay. So let me ask you this. What advice would you give someone else in your situation that may be afraid to speak their truth?
Like I said, if you're not approached with it, and you don't have to be public with anything, it's not, you don't have to do
Your
that.
business.
It's your business.
You're
But
not obligated.
if you approach with it, I feel like no matter what, you should be honest about it, because you're gonna feel better with being honest about anything than holding in lies or having skeletons in your closet, So, I feel like I feel much better and more better with myself now, because I feel like I can allow myself to change, because I don't have nothing to hide, and not from my woman, not from my family, not from the world, and most definitely not from God, because he been new. So I think if you approach with this situation or somebody, don't let them tear you down. Don't be honest, because it's gonna backfire on them if anything, because everybody got sins. Everybody sin daily. You did.
And don't take yourself down. That's
Yeah.
the main thing. You be your biggest support. Because even when you don't have anybody else, you always gotta have yourself. Because anybody can leave you right now, but one thing is always guaranteed is that relationship with yourself. So you have to stay true to yourself and be honest with yourself at all times.
That's definitely true. I couldn't disagree with you at all.
Yeah.
Okay, so I got one more that I just want to ask you, because I know you got kids, right?
Mhm.
So, I mean, I know social media lasts forever.
Mhm.
What don't get deleted anyway. I
Yeah.
mean, how do you look at if your kids was to see some of this stuff like 10, 15 years down the road? What would you have to say to them?
Well, I always tell my son, like my dad tell me, be better than me. You know what I'm saying? Be better than me. Be a man. Take your responsibility. You might fall today. You wake up in the next day, get it right. Because we never know when our last days is. So you wanna wake up with the attitude with doing the right thing. So what I would tell my son, yes, I'm not ashamed of these things I'm doing. Learn from what my mistakes and be better than me. That's what I would tell my kids.
Yeah, because it definitely look like you're a family man, you know what I'm saying? It look like they won't be put on the same path you might would have been in, and it looks like you want to do a lot better.
Right.
Is there anything that you might want to close with, or anything that people might not know about you, or just anything that you just want to leave people with?
Well, like I said, I just want to be the voice for people that like me. Like she said, I'm not homophobic or nothing. I have practiced gay activity, like having sex with a trans. Let's be honest, and I have messed with plenty of women, and I done things in the streets, done drugs, cocaine, and all type of stuff. But once I want to say to the youth, like, don't let these things overtake you, because you only doing the devil's work. You know what I'm saying? You're only doing the devil's work, and not saying I'm condemning this. You know what I'm saying? Don't do this. If this not really you, if something not really you, don't do it. You know what I'm saying? But if it's you, embrace it. You dig what I'm saying? And that's all I want to give to the youth and to anybody that's having a hard time with this. Like, man, embrace it. If you fall and you have sins, man, ask God, go to God about it, man. If anything, that's who you got to answer to. Then after that, you wake up in the morning, you get it right. You know what I'm saying? But for all the people I hurt, and all the people and all the support I got, thanks for the people that support me. For the people I hurt, I'm sorry. I'm man enough to say I'm sorry. But I would not apologize. Like, I would not apologize for what I've done, but I'm sorry if I hurt you. My actions hurt you, but I would not apologize for what I did because I knew exactly what I was doing, and it was purposely done because I made the choice. You know what I'm saying? I'm responsible for my own actions. You did.
I think that wrapped that up, man. It was nice speaking with you.
Already.
I'm glad you got to get your truth out to where folks could hear it. You know what I'm saying? And it was nice linking with y'all.
Already.
Already, man.
Yeah.